What's up everyone, I'm Danny the Dinosaur Drawer, and today I'm going to be showing you all how to draw the killer whale from Hungry Shark World. So the equipment we're going to be using today is an eraser, a pencil, and a pen. So we're going to start off our drawing with our pencils, so be sure to have all your equipment ready. We will use the pen in the later stage of the video. But our killer whale is going to be facing to the right. Let's go ahead and put in a circle to represent the head, and be sure to draw very lightly in this stage. So then we can add in the body. This is not going to be a realistic killer whale at all. This is from a video game, so if any of you guys came to learn how to draw a realistic killer whale, I apologize, because this is not going to be realistic at all. It's going to have a very stumpy tail. Sort of like a dolphin-shaped tail. It's going to have a dorsal fin that is bent over, which is the case with some real killer whales. I think maybe like when a boat hits them or something. Dorsal fin bent over. It's going to have some very large, maybe unrealistically large, pectoral fins. And I think we'll only be seeing one of those. We don't have to draw the one on the other side. But our outline is coming along nicely. This killer whale has a mean-looking smile. In the description here it says, "Escaped from captivity, now he's out for revenge." So this killer whale is happy to avenge himself against his human captors. It's going to be smiling, exposing rows of sharp teeth. So yeah, the killer whale's got a cool pattern, so we'll put some of that in. It's got some like white streaks in it. This killer whale is actually not like dark like most killer whales. It is in fact like a, what do you call it, like a maroon color almost. It's going to have the belly, it's going to be kind of white, and underneath the tail will also be somewhat white. But yeah, the outline is complete. I think we can head into the next stage with our pens. I'm going to be bold this time and dive right in early with the pen stage. So the important thing to remember when drawing with a pen is that you cannot really erase it, so go slowly. Or just continue on with the pencil. You guys do not have to do a pen stage just yet, but I want to do it early on. So we're going to be starting from left to right, which means we're drawing the tail first. So this is definitely not a shark tail because it's facing downward. It's like horizontal, not vertical. So go ahead and put that in. And do some hatching lines right here at the bottom of the tail to give it some shading. Like so. Maybe do some cross hatching. I'm going to try and take it a little bit slower than I did with the outline. I want to give you guys a chance to catch up. So for the darker part of the killer whale, I think we can do that part later. I don't want to do it right away, so let's just continue outlining everything again, I guess, with the pen. So this killer whale has a very stocky form. It's like very thick. Realistic killer whales are much longer and more graceful. It's got that classic, yeah, bent over dorsal fin. It's got this weird like lightning pattern right here that we'll put in. On the belly also it's got a teardrop shape. And here's where the pectoral fin connects. Make it nice and big. Maybe it should be a little bit more rounded than that, but I think it looks fine. Very thick-necked, like a bulldog. Let's continue the head. And here it's got like some weird lips. I mean, this thing is like I guess you could see the killer whale in it, but this is definitely more of a monster than a killer whale. Just put in the smile. The smile goes way high up into the head. The eye is going to be right about here. It's facing, its pupil is facing forward and down, like if it's eyeing some prey. Behind the eye, it's got like another bit of white there. Okay, so let's continue the lip. It's got a smile. I mean, you guys could make it look a little bit more happy, but it's almost got like some eyebrows to make it look angry. But you guys could change that and make it a happy killer whale if you want. I'm all in favor for the killer whale that wants to get revenge on its captors. Alright, there we go. It's looking good. I think now we can add some teeth in. These teeth are all about the same size and they are equally spaced. They do fade right about there. And I noticed that the bottom teeth look to be slightly bigger. Maybe not larger, but they are more exposed, so they look bigger. And they also stretch out a little bit further and come around on the other side. So let's add in some gum attaching the teeth together. There we go. Looks good. Okay, back here you might want to add a little bit of shading. But I don't want to make it too complex because then the teeth might not look as good if we put too much shading in. But just in the back recesses of the mouth, do some shading. That looks pretty good. Let's continue this pattern, the white streaks. So it's gonna start there, go under the pectoral fin, and see a little bit down here. And this fin is pretty much dark except for the very tip here, which is going to show a little bit of white. And yeah, I think that this is the end of this stage. We can get out our erasers and erase some of the pencil marks. Or if you guys are doing it in pencil, just clean up your drawings. I'm the notorious one for making sloppy outlines, so kind of clean that up. And the next stage will be, I guess, adding color. Maybe that's not the right word, but yeah, we are going to be adding the pattern to the body. Plus adding shading in the spots that need it to give this a more three-dimensional look. Like at the moment, you could leave it like this. Actually, no, you couldn't because the tail is shaded and the rest of it is not, so it'd look a little bit weird. So we shall have to remedy that. There we go. Looks pretty clean to me. And as I said earlier, we'll be working from left to right yet again. And switch out pens. Alright. So just because the pattern is dark does not mean we have to color the whole thing in. It just means we'll add like darker shading to that spot. So this teardrop shape is not going to be shaded as heavily. And I'm doing hatching strokes. I find it to be my most favorite type of shading, most effective. Just many lines. There is like stippling, I think it's called, where it's like many little dots, but that seems like it would take forever. I really admire that type of artwork, but it seems very time consuming. Yeah, hatching and cross hatching is like the most natural way of shading. That looks pretty good. Already our killer whale is looking a little bit more three-dimensional. And yeah, it'll look completely fine if you do the whole thing in pencil. I guarantee it. In fact, it could even look better because you can do some smudging and get some great tones going there. Okay, so under here on the bent side of the dorsal fin, it's going to be very dark. And here at the base, it'll also be dark. That looks pretty good. I'll just hatch a little bit more. That's it for the dorsal fin. A little bit cleaner. Okay, so the killer whale is going to have like a sort of like a fat belly, I guess you'd call it. I just noticed that. It's got it's like a rounded section here. So we can implement that into the drawing. And maybe a tiny bit of hatching in this white spot, just a tiny bit. Yeah, to give the drawing more volume. That looks nice. These hungry shark drawings are always really fun to do. Like, I feel like they're less demanding in some ways because you're not trying to make them look realistic. So if you make something look a little bit too exaggerated, it doesn't matter too much because it just adds to the cartoon effect, I guess. Alright, so if you noticed, I didn't put too much hatching at the very base of this pectoral fin. I want to keep it a little bit lighter on the edges. I've never felt a killer whale's skin, but I imagine it's smoothish. I know like shark skin is not smooth, but who knows about killer whales? They always look so shiny though, so I'm like, I'd assume that they're kind of like a slick feeling to them. But I could be wrong. You guys can help me out in the comment section, or maybe I'll just Google it later. But yeah, this pectoral fin is nice and dark. And again, with the pencils you guys could smudge, it would look very good. I just wanted to do a pencil or a pen drawing today. I was in the mood, so. Ideally, if I'm going to do like a really good portrait, I usually do it in like pencil because it's a lot more forgiving. Like, pen is great, but yeah, if you make a mistake, it's very hard to find an eraser that can get rid of pen strokes. Okay. And guys, you can smudge with pen, like unintentionally. Already my fingers here are getting some ink deposits. This area is white, but we can add a little bit of shading to it. This almost looks, yeah, looks like something different than a killer whale if you ask me. Like, trying to think, almost like a Dunkleosteus or something. And this upper lip is going to be very heavily shaded. Okay. There we go. I want people to still be able to see the teeth. I feel like the teeth are being a little bit like overshadowed right now. Overpowered. Like you can't see them as well, so I might just like outline them so they pop out a bit more. Should have made them maybe a little bit bigger. That looks good. This brow ridge, we can add some shading to. Along with above this like little white streak behind the eye. Which I think most killer whales have in real life. They have like a white streak. I don't think I've ever seen a killer whale before in real life. If one of you guys have, please comment below and tell me where you saw it too. Like killer whales are super cool. I think everyone can admit that. Yeah, I know a bunch of different girls who like their favorite animal is either like a dolphin or a killer whale. Well, most of the time it's not their favorite animal, but if you ask them like what's their favorite sea animal, it's going to be like a dolphin or something. And there's always like the weird person who likes a sea turtle and stuff like that. I hope you're not out there listening to this, sea turtle lovers. No, I like sea turtles too. I just feel like everyone likes them because they're like, you know, save the sea turtles. Oh, they're so cute, blah, 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 blah. Maybe what I'm saying is that the sea turtles are overrated. They get so much attention. Nobody pays attention to the, like, octopuses and seahorses, which I think are super cool. Alright guys, I'm adding a few final touches. To our pen drawing. My mom told me earlier, she's like, your quality of art on YouTube has gone down. That happens with every YouTuber. So right now I'm thinking about that. I'm trying to see what I can do to make my drawing look better. I don't think my skill has gone down, but sometimes I do get a little bit less ambitious, and it's like I'm not doing a huge, massive drawing with a zillion scales, but I do not think my drawing skill has diminished. I've been doing lots of other drawing projects for school. They're not my favorite, but they forced me to do learn new drawing techniques and skills, which I'm grateful for. I mean, that's the point of school, is to learn stuff, so. And maybe you'll see some of those techniques like appear in my YouTube videos in the future. But yeah, guys, be sure to comment below what animal or what shark or beast I should draw from Hungry Shark World. Also open to Jurassic World requests, Jurassic World the game. And I think the new movie is coming out next summer, right? 2022? The next Jurassic World movie. I mean, that's going to be crazy. I can't believe 2018 was the last Jurassic movie we had. But yeah, as soon as that trailer comes out or whatever, be sure to comment below and let me know just in case I miss it, because I would love to start drawing right away. I mean, that's my favorite part, is when we get that teaser trailer and then we get the trailer and then you can like guess what the movie's going to be about, and then it's just so much more, it's like more fun than watching the movie. The movie's usually really great, but it's so cool to have like the trailer out and then you can like start drawing from the little clips in the trailer. Yeah, I remember like the trailer for Fallen Kingdom was super cool. Everybody was like trying to figure out what the Indoraptor looked like. I mean, those type of mysteries make it really fun. But yeah, guys, I think our drawing is pretty much done. Maybe you guys want to sign it somewhere. Maybe add some bubbles. I'm going to sign mine. How about here? Put in the date, 2021. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.